Good afternoon, Jason Phillips from Auto Appraise, getting ready to do a cold start and a test drive in a 1967 Rally Red 427, 435 horse Corvette. I'm out in the west side of Michigan today. Getting ready to fire it up. Been here about 3 hours, jacked it all up. We got all the numbers off the car. It's 97 degrees, so it's about 75 out today. The car VIN'd out in the 119-200 units. That puts it in the third or fourth week of May for production. 1967. Engine pad's got a corresponding VIN stamp on it. JE is a suffix code, which is correct for a 435 horse car. Tonawanda produced big block on May 11th. So that date is pretty good. 390-4351 cast block. That's good for a 427, 435 horse car. Casting date on this late 67 big block engine is down on the right hand side of the block. Most of you probably know that. For those of you who don't, there's a little freebie for you. There it is. Looks like C217. So March 21st cast block, May 11th assembled. It precedes the assembly of the car. It's a 388-5010 Muncie main body case with a Muncie assembly stamp right there on the passenger side and the corresponding VIN number on the other side. Muncie date was a P7E10A. A bird just crapped on the car apparently. E10 would be May 10th. Let's fire this thing up. Oh, also the rear end code, let's get that while it's still quiet out. Rear end stamp was FA. Let's see if I can see it again. I can't remember. I think it was 2867. FA, I think that's a Posi 370 ratio. Gotta look that one up. There we are. You can see it. I can't stick my camera under there. While we're at it, underbody of the car is pretty clean. Diameter on those half shafts is 8 inches all the way around. Rear suspension's been rebuilt. That's a steel spring, non-adjustable rear lower arms. Those are not the aftermarket units. Spare tire carrier is empty, no spare in there. There's evidence of bonding strips up in all 4 wheel wells. Let's see them? There you go. I'm not going to sneak around and show you all of them, but this does have the rear sway bar mount. Frame rail dog leg caps look good. They're in good repair. Castle nuts on the trailering arms. You're not going to be able to see that in the video. I got stills of that. And the shims look like they're in pretty good shape. Those have likely been out and rebuilt. Body bushings we can get a gander at. Well, not without this, not without better light. But they look good. They look marvelous. They've been replaced. Hardware's looking good. This top's in really nice shape. A tiny little cut right there. Little pinch mark. I got that to fasten down. It likes to pop up a little bit. It's pretty tight. Alright, let me shut up and fire this thing up. Worthy of note, there was a little wrinkle in the trim tag down there. AM, FM. Good oil pressure about 70 pounds. Delco Remy alternator. I don't see a number on that. 6-blade clutch band. GM hoses and period clamps. Tall tower clamps. Don't see any major damage up there on the fronts of the inner fenders. No indications of awful collision damage. Got an aftermarket battery with period correct cables. They need to be tied down. Obviously not the right radiator cap. One little spot of overspray I noted on the bottom of the windshield molding right there. Some minor patina on these vent window frames. Headlight buckets work. Headlights and bright lights both work. All the turn signals work front and back. Turn signals not flashing to the right on the inside. Gap here slightly wider than the left side, but it's the way they made them right off the line. Car's showing 18614 on the odometer. Let's see if that's turning as we get back. Radio's operable. Clock is not. Lighter is not. And I didn't get the wipers to come on earlier. But everything else seems operable in the car. She wants to run. Hands off the wheel. I'm going to hit the brakes right now. See, my hands are over here. See my hand? The car doesn't appear to have any aggressive pulling going on, left or right. It's got brand new non-period radials on it. We got a little bit of gas, about 1/8 of a tank. Let's see if we can burn that up in 5 miles. The headlights are operating as they should. Put them down, you can see them going down. Going down. Jason Phillips from Auto Appraise 800-301-3886. I'm out test driving 67 427 435 horse Corvette. Clutch is engaging nicely off the floor. About halfway up in the pedal travel. Rally red with red interior. Interior's in nice shape. Got a few little scratches down there. You'll have to look. I can't look right now. Bulbs in the dash are in nice shape. Gauges are nice and clear, clean. Holding good oil pressure. Horn works. Air vents are pulling as they should, ventilating as they should. Fan control does work. Blows air. Convertible top latches have a little bit of pitting on them up there. Didn't really see any drivetrain links to speak of when I had the car jacked up and was checking it out. I'm sure this is a pretty loud test drive. Gonna get on the gas and let off and see if the transmission doesn't appear to pop out of gear. Draws a little to the left when I do that. This mirror is not staying adjusted up. May need to be tightened. 60 on the gauge. Supply nice. Parking brake is working. She wants to run. It's my standard line right there. She wants to run. No stumbling or hesitation. I don't think I even got into those back carbs. Okay, give her one quick little burnout. Car's got good acceleration. That is, it's not really drastic. Probably might want to check the mounts on the rear end and make sure everything's good and tight. Car comes to idle about 1400 hours. And again, the clutch is engaging nice off the floor. Rush hour traffic right now. 800-301-3886. If you need inspection service like this, let us know. These videos are basically only available in Michigan, Northern Ohio, Northern Indiana, Chicago. But we have inspectors all over the country that'll do inspections for you. Which, if you watch these videos, you know that already. Finishing up a test drive on a Rally Red 1967 Corvette. Jason Phillips from Appraise. Thanks for riding along. Looks like our temperature's going a little bit back down the other way, so looks like we're getting good cooling flow. You can feel in the steering, but nothing very serious. The steering actually feels really tight going down the road. Didn't want to mention that. Hands off the wheel, it's steering nice and straight. Brakes are applying nice. Wheel's not pulling at all. Hands off the wheel. Finish up on about 18,621 on the test drive. A little bit of gas left. 67s, they moved the locks back on the door panels. That was an interesting little factoid. What else about 67s? They redesigned these seats, different from a 66. This is the first year that rally wheels were not an option, but they came standard on a base Corvette. The aluminum knockoff look-alike wheels. I think only like 700-ish cars got those. So those are a pretty rare, true option for 67. This car just has the rallies on it. Standard fare. And, oh yeah, 67. The knockoff wheels were simulated knockoffs. They weren't real, of course. The real, I think the Federal Highway Administration did away with them. So they had concealed lug nuts under the caps. Trivial tidbit there to bore you with. Is where we're finishing up today. The parking brake is working, but it needs to be adjusted. It wouldn't hold on a really stiff hill, but that can be addressed. A few scratches under the interior I was talking about are right there. Carpets are in nice shape. Carpets have all been changed. Those side pipes are hot as hell. Ask me how I know. No real major paint chips to speak of, except a little crack right there. Reflective quality is really nice. The trim is in good shape. Wheels are in nice shape. Minor fading on the chrome. Nothing to be too alarmed about. I'll finish up miles 18,622. Boy, temperatures hold nice on the gauge. I suspect there's no overheating issues. Clock still isn't wanting to work. Red on red 67. They built almost 23,000 67 Corvettes, 22.9 something. It's a high in the 900s. I don't imagine there were many 427, 435 horse cars. I can't spit that number out. And I don't imagine most of them were red on red. Tuxedo black was still the winning low color for 1967 and 66. Very few black ones around. But this is a good looking car. It appears to have numbers correct components, stamps that are corresponding to the VIN of the vehicle. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Jason Phillips from Auto Appraise, 800-301-3886.